Greetings, people. What if every promoter tested their fighters as much as Matchroom did? I wonder what the outcome would be. If Eddie Hearn isn't deliberately being sabotaged, then we have to conclude that his testing process is more vigorous than other promoters. And isn't that what we want? I like Alicia Baumgardner. She's a very good boxer, she looks good, and she seemed to have a great future ahead of her. If she has deliberately taken these drugs, then that's very disappointing. And it further highlights the colossal problem we have in boxing today. The substances Alicia tested for was mesterolone and methanolone, which is your bog standard steroid. Is it possible for some of these boxers to be set up or stitched up, maybe by someone in their camp? Could the testing company be compromised? In this case, the company was Drug Free Sport International. Is there a vendetta against Matchroom Sport?
What a strange combination.
Not at all, Commissioner.
Any of these things can be true. None of it is impossible. But when it gets to this point, my goodness. Now, everybody's retrofitting Alicia's body structure and her strength and her wins to her taking something, which might or might not be true. What I don't understand is if a fighter has tested positive, then it should be challenged before they fight. I mean, isn't that the point? Aren't the tests to prevent a drug cheat from getting in the ring? And where has the samples been for so long before she was notified? The test was on the 12th of July, the fight was on the 15th of July, and she was notified on the 12th of August. That sounds like a bit of a shakedown, doesn't it?
A what? Oh?
Maybe not. I don't know what to think. If the results are correct, there still needs to be a complete overhaul of the system, particularly in the time it takes to get the results and to inform the boxers and all interested parties. You know, if you think about it, drug testing could be the perfect weapon against your rivals. Being able to clear your fighters and to taint another promoter's fighters is near foolproof. It's no secret a lot of people have it in for Eddie. What I say, if something isn't transparent, it can and will be ravaged by the unscrupulous. But hey, sometimes it is what it is. Someone's genuinely been caught out. It's just one huge mess. As I've mentioned in a previous video, it's not that they only test for the drugs in the system. It's that they have to test for cloaking agents. What does that tell you? That tells you how pervasive and prevalent the issue is. Now, could there be a concern about contaminated food? They are using more and more chemicals in our groceries. We know a lot of meat is injected with hormones to make them fatter, bigger. Could that affect testing results? I don't know. And we need to know more. It's like a game of cat and mouse, cops and robbers now. Catch me if you can, sort of thing. But it's a serious thing.
Who cares?
Could the amount of testing now start to have an effect, or has it already had an effect, on boxers joining Matchroom? The tests are expensive, so of course not every promotional company are going to be so vigorous about testing, unless it's for a big fight, of course. I think there should be a cheaper way to test. Maybe take a small percentage from every boxer, like a national insurance, so everybody gets tested as standard. I don't think many would agree to that. They're already paying sanctioning fees, coaching fees, dietitians fees, S&C fees, you know, and the rest. My goodness. What happened to getting in the ring fueled by steak? Why is everything so complicated now? I do think Eddie Hearn has the most integrity out of all the promoters out there. What? Just listening to what the fighters say about their pay being on time and as agreed, I think that speaks volumes. Don't get me wrong, he's a boxing promoter, so he's going to be slippery and a bit of a scoundrel. But as boxing promoters go, he's more of a stable proposition to any up-and-coming fighter. Remember, promoters in the past were not far removed from being gangsters or a Lannister.
Gladiators, I salute you.
But saying that, he's revealed a lot of behind-the-scenes wrangling and inner workings of the murky world of boxing over the years, to the chagrin of his rivals. Jessica McCaskill has insinuated that Matchroom would sabotage their own boxer.
Son, I'm just going to tell you this one time. Stay off the drugs.
Ridiculous statement. Why would any astute businessman draw negative attention to their business?
That's dumb.
They've just had 2 major drug issues that lost them a lot of money, I would have thought. Why would they try to destroy a female boxer who is contracted to them and is potentially going to be a very big star? I also think Alicia loves Matchroom. That's where she got her real serious break and serious money and serious fights. So they've done a lot for her. So I don't think this speculation that she was going to leave Matchroom holds any water. And even if it did, why would somebody, and who has the power to sabotage their own fighter's drug test?
Ridiculous!
That really is way out there. Anyway, I just wanted to comment on that. As I said before, something needs to be done, and I'm not sure how boxing goes forward. And who's next? Probably another Matchroom fighter. What do you reckon? Anyway, thank you. Remember, choose life.